Hi, my name is Isabella Raya, and I'm the Executive Director at the Vaughan Community Health Center. I'm just delighted to know that Noor Din has been selected as the recipient of the 2012 3M Health Leadership Award. This is no surprise to me. Noor Din is a well-recognized community leader in the Vaughan area. He has innovative and creative ideas. I have had the pleasure to work with him for the last 5 years. Very well deserved, Noor, and congratulations on this award.
I think in Canada things are different, but in most of the developing countries, parents always have a dream that their kids are going to become doctors, engineers, or somebody else like who is very professional, which is a prestigious sort of thing. And nobody thinks that, okay, they should allow kids to explore, or at least there was no opportunity when I grew up to take any drastic kind of thinking other than these are the predefined fields and you're only going to go in this if you are good at education. So that's how I end up in engineering myself. But I still always felt that there was something else I wanted to do. And part of it being an immigrant myself, and part of it what I learned from my family back in Pakistan. The situation of immigrants was always on my mind, being an immigrant myself, that okay, how hard it is for people to get settled. So I was always trying to figure out, is there some way we can help? We moved in City of Vaughan at that time. We bought a house here in 2002. At that time, my mom was alive. So she was immigrant, as like a lot of the seniors come in when they are seniors. And the biggest need for our seniors, immigrant seniors or other, is some group association or some recreation and entertainment with their own people. Like that is the biggest contributing thing that can improve their health. So when we used to live in Toronto, it was a community building. Community building means that majority of the people there were from Pakistan. And she had no problem going anywhere, meeting people during the day, which was pretty much, when she migrated, she never felt that she was out of Pakistan. When we moved here in City of Vaughan, the biggest challenge, she said, within a week or 10 days was, okay, I have nobody here. I want to go back to Toronto. And luckily we met City of Vaughan at that time, their recreation department. And they said, you know, there are a lot of new immigrants are coming that are South Asian in City of Vaughan. And we don't know how to deal with seniors, because we have a lot of Italian seniors here. We have a lot of seniors group. Why don't you establish a senior group that belongs to South Asian and provide them the environment where they can enjoy? So that's how we started with 6 seniors. One was my own mom, 5 others. And then every week, every other week, we start getting 2, 3, 4 more. And by the time we knew, we had 50 seniors to take care. And then the problem came of the transportation pretty much from the early days. And I think that's where human endeavor differentiates itself from literally anybody else. That we at that time decided that, okay, since we have started the organization, we are responsible for addressing the challenges or the barriers that people are facing. If we have set up a social service organization, that means we are responsible for doing things that will reduce the barriers and make sure people get to that point. That's when we started PACE. We asked certain community members to go to seniors' home, pick them up, bring them here, then take them back. At the beginning, programs were small, so I could afford myself or some other community members. But then once they start expanding, then we start thinking about, okay, how are we going to sustain these programs? We got funding from United Way to sustain some of these programs. And then once we get the United Way in, then that's when we start looking into the economic development. We had the funds released from that side. We say, okay, what else can we do? And that's what the EPIC project is all about, Enterprise Promotion and Innovation Center, which is a social enterprise incubator.
We help community entrepreneurs to become part of this project and get all types of support that we offer under this project. And this is an alternate kind of economic development solution for community members that we offer through EPIC project.
When you go to a local non-profit organization and say, okay, this is a need in the community, can we do something? And the answer was that, okay, we have to apply for the funding. And of course, it might take a year or 2, maybe 3, and then we will do. And I said, you know, why not think on a business way where everybody have some sum of money which they use to generate some new projects, and then once they see that it's a viable project, then they actually think about marketing it and making it a profitable product. So if we find that somebody is coming with a good skill to us and we can actually make a business out of it, then basically it creates a new social enterprise. If a senior comes to us and say, I can do stitching, I want to start a business that stitch people's clothes. I mean, for us, we have all the equipment, we have machines you saw downstairs. There's nothing that stops us launching that business the next day.
I am doing something, I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing. I get up in the morning and there's something, it's like going to work. You get up in the morning and you have somewhere to go, something to do, and that's exactly how I feel now. Like, they're always very welcoming, very accommodating, and there's not much space, but we make do.
This is the beauty of social enterprising. Currently, the people who come to us, or even if we have our own idea, we have literally everything. We have space, we have equipment. It's just a more making the idea more workable is what you're looking for. So there's no overheads if you have to create other than the manpower and making sure that the idea is right. If you look at the number of enterprises, we are around at 13 or 14 enterprises. The EPIC training and then green energy sector, that is one that where we see a lot of potential for us, and certainly we have a good track record in terms of what we have achieved. And then we are using through that actually build a business of solar panel installations, for example.
The people that are coming from training come from many different aspects. They come from roofers to building of construction to floors to electricians. So it's a vast variety of different people coming together to learn this option, and I think it's really great because this industry does have a very wide option, not just with solar PV, but with many other products as well.
I believe that community members should be empowered to actually take ownership of their challenges. Rob, for example, he comes here every day. From my point of view, he's coming to office every day, even though he's a part-time employee with Human Endeavor now, is going to keep him healthy.
I took a bookkeeping course. I got my diploma, and now Mr. Noor is giving me a chance to experience some bookkeeping. I like the challenge, the different things I'm learning.
When I think in social services sector, I don't think from a social services point of view only. I put my engineering or business hat as well and say how I'm going to do this thing as well. Because if, as I said, like if you keep the standard model, you need 10 times more money. Like probably what we are doing in $400,000, we might need $3 million to actually do it. And frankly, not everybody in the nonprofit industry likes our approach because it threatens in certain manner what we are doing to the standard status quo things, if you want to call it. But I feel this is necessary. If you want to sustain healthcare, if you want to sustain social services, we have to look at a very business-minded approach. I give you an example. Our current seniors program, so far we are funded approximately for 285 people. And we are serving 700 people. And still, if somebody comes today who is in need, we will not refuse that person. For me, it's not that I want to make a silo for myself or for Human Endeavor. We believe all our programs are replicable. We want other communities who even don't know us, who are not South Asian, might be Russian, might be Chinese. They work with us. We give them our model. Either it's an economic or health or literally anything else. They go and replicate in their own communities. We provide free support for them.
And Noor is, I think, is the most important part of this organization. I've seen him working with great passion for helping the community members, building a caring society and economy. So I think people like Noor Din, if we have more of people like him, we can certainly make a larger difference in this society.
I think I just can say that, okay, I initiated something where a lot of people now believe in, that that's the right model of helping community members.
Noor Din represents the very best of what Canadian citizenship is truly all about. He's a caring, compassionate individual, clearly understands that our role in our society is to be very helpful to each other. He has answered the call of really a higher purpose, and that is to be there to transform lives, to change lives for the better, to provide opportunity, to expand opportunities for individuals, particularly newcomers, who need to find their way in this incredible country of ours. Noor Din possesses the intellectual capacity to bring about that type of positive change, which is so required.
It's not just my work, it's also my work with all the community members that you saw and met today. And they're all wonderful people who are helping grow and really change what is needed in the community.